Hey, y'all know that beat? Y'all know what time it is? Y'all know what time it is. We are back. Welcome back to T-Shirts and Tea Tuesdays, honey. Y'all gonna come on and get into this and get some of this piping hot tea, because this is how we feeling around here. Yes. Let me tell y'all something. This is how we were feeling the first week going into our 3-week vacation. Yeah, this is how we were feeling. This is how we were feeling the second week going into our 3-week vacation. Hey, and this is how we were feeling coming back to T-Shirts and Tea Tuesdays, baby. Listen, we have some news for you guys. We want you to get into this tea, honey, this tantalizing, effervescent acumen, baby. Listen, guys, we are doing something special this coming Tuesday, April 13th, 2021. At T-Shirts and Tea Tuesdays, we will be collaborating with Bimp on the Spot with Brittany Lawrence. That's right, y'all heard me correctly. We will be collaborating, guys. Why? Because we are all in over here at T-Shirts and Tea Tuesdays with the movers and shakers of the real estate industry. That's right, you guys. This month, the month of April 2021, is real estate month, guys. And we know that we know that many of you are considering either buying a house or refinancing, or maybe possibly even getting involved in the renovation aspect of real estate. So whether you're thinking about becoming an investor, flipping properties, buying or selling real estate, T-Shirts and Tea Tuesdays for the month of April is where you need to be, because it's going to be lit, honey. So now that we've gotten the formalities and the casual conversation out the way, y'all, it's time to get down to the nitty-gritty of it all. Now, guys, you already know that we have to bring onto our platform this person who is a friend of the show, is none other than Miss Dawn Haynes. Yes, Dawn Marie Haynes, that is. She is celebrity stylist turned renovation expert. And guys, not only has she graced our platform with her presence, she has also been the face of Ambassador magazine. So yes, guys, come on and make sure that you tune in to get some of this piping hot tea. All right, now, tea sippers, y'all already know that it's Movers and Shakers month, and it's time for y'all to go ahead and make some big moves, honey, in the real estate industry. Make your next big move today with Black featured spotlight business owner Christopher Haugabook II. Christopher Haugabook is a father and husband, a college graduate and realtor who comes from a family of entrepreneurs. Guys, go ahead and pull up the T-Shirts and Tea Tuesdays. Put those gears in park, because the tea that we're spilling on Tuesday is going to be piping hot. And as always, guys, don't forget to support Black businesses. We'll see you soon on T-Shirts and Tea Tuesdays this Tuesday, April 13th, 2021 at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Distance Time. And we want to give video credits to What Julie Wants on TikTok. Hey everybody, hello. We are back. Woo. We are back, honey. We're back for T-Shirts and Tea Tuesdays, and we hope that you guys are ready, that you're charged, and you got your teacups.
I'm ready. Are you guys ready? I got my
teacup
right
we got here. Our tea right here, and we have our T-shirts, honey. We rocking, we rolling, we ready to go. Listen, before we get started tonight, I just want to give some shout outs because we have some loyal followers. First of all, I would like to shout out Ross Beauty, which is Althea Weller. She's the Black business owner. Hi, Althea. Thank you so much for always tuning in and sharing our platform information. We would also like to say hello to some newcomers, Joyce. They followed us. They liked our page. So we want to say thank you, Joyce.
Thank you.
We want to say thank you to redfield.max on Instagram. He shared some of our good content on his news feed. And we also like to say thank you to Dan Hammis. He also shared our information on his news feed. We want to say thank you to Andrea O'Connor. She's also, yes, thank you. Erica Attar Stevens and a new follower of Bimp on the Spot and Black Heritage Enterprise Marketplace, Dakota Shy. Hello, thank you so much. And Adar Yasharala. Thank you so much for following us, for keeping in touch with us, for sharing our information. Guys, we are so appreciative because at Black Heritage Enterprise Marketplace, we doing what? We closing that Black wealth gap.
We're just making it smaller and smaller and smaller until it disappears.
That part. Y'all heard what she said. So listen, guys, also I would like to say thank you so much to Day Caldwell. He's another Black business owner, fashion designer. And yes, honey, yes. And Young Fashion and Image Consulting. That is Travis Winters. He's a Black business owner of that company. Thank you guys so much for your support. Now, with all of that being said, as I always say, getting down to the nitty gritty of it all, guys, we got a good night lined up for you guys tonight. Okay, so you want to make sure those seatbelts are buckled, cha-ching, okay, and them gears are in what?
It's in
park.
Are we in park?
Yeah, we in park.
Oh,
they need to park. They need to park.
Man, I'm ready to drive off on y'all with all this information we got coming.
Yes, and because tonight's show is going to be lit, honey. So y'all need to make sure y'all got y'all tea ready because it's going down. All right. So stay tuned. We got a short clip to show you. We'll be right back. Hello, everybody. Y'all caught me taking a sip of my tea.
She's getting ready, y'all.
Listen, I'm getting ready.
Too excited.
I'm getting ready. Okay, so this next person that we are going to be bringing onto the platform is none other than
Christopher Haugabook.
The
second.
Okay.
Can't forget that last part. We need to know.
Yes. Okay. He is a realtor. As I said before in my introduction, he is also a college graduate. So y'all got somebody with some brains too. Okay. Mm-hmm. Some knowledge and some skills too. Okay.
All the tea gonna come from him. We ready. We are ready. We got our cups. And we're going to fill it with the information that he gives us.
Yes, honey. Yes. So Mr. Christopher Haugabook is going to come on the platform and share with us a little bit about what he does as an entrepreneur and give us some insight on the real estate industry, because I know that a lot of you guys are probably thinking about I know a lot of people are considering entering into the real estate industry because it's so lucrative right now. Or or if you thinking about selling a house, you want to buy a house, whichever way it goes, honey, we got it all here for you this month on T-Shirts and Tea Tuesdays. So guys, y'all want to be here. Y'all want to be here. Okay. All right. So
okay, we too hyped right now. Y'all not ready
on this tea.
Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for what we're gonna be bringing to you guys? Because I feel like you guys are not making enough noise. Y'all are not ready. We have to give him a big warm welcome. Like we have so much in store for you guys.
Okay, I hope y'all done gone ahead and put them gears in park because it's time to get down to the nitty gritty of it all. So right up next after this next clip, we will be bringing Christopher Haugabook on the scene. So I hope y'all ready.
I am.
All right. Hey. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Hello, Chris.
Hello, how are y'all? How are y'all
How
doing?
are you?
Doing good, doing good. Can't complain. Thank you for having me on.
Good, good, good. Guys, so just to let y'all know, to give y'all the 411, we had a great conversation with Chris in the studio before the show began. This young man has a lot of information to share with everyone in regards to the real estate industry, in regards to him also in a home search for he and his family. So this is going to be a great opportunity for him to share with you what he knows. And like I said before, Chris comes from a family of entrepreneurs, so he knows his business. He knows how to handle things, okay? So Chris, with that being said, we're going to let you go ahead and take the floor and share with us about your real estate.
Okay, sure thing. So good afternoon, everyone. Or good evening, I'm sorry. Good afternoon. Just want to introduce myself. My name is Chris Haugabook, and it's a pleasure being on here tonight. So I'm a current realtor living here in St. Petersburg, Florida. I'm also a St. Petersburg native. Right now, I'm currently married, and I'm married to my wife about 3 years now. I have a 2-year-old son named Chris the Third. Like Miss LaShawn said, I do come from a family of entrepreneurs. On this side, I also have a baking business that I do as well, named Big Boy Bakeries. I'll share that information with you later. But definitely, it's an honor to be here tonight. Just a little more about me. I like to go into just kind of just tell you about myself. I'm a graduate of Gibbs High School. I received my bachelor's degree back in 2014 from the University of Florida. I'm also a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Last year during the pandemic, like I said, I started my baking company, but I also was looking for a change of pace. I had been working in sales and management for a number of years and was really just looking to start more of an entrepreneur type route, and real estate kind of popped into my lap. Currently, I'm working with Stofel and Associates Realty in downtown St. Pete. We also have about 30 agents, and our mission statement is to assist our communities by empowering them with home ownership and helping our clients build financial freedom. We'll help you work on purchasing your own residential or commercial property. We work with investors and developers, and just helping you possibly build a new home. Currently, right now, I have a contract over in Orlando. I'm sorry, with Lennar Homes, and essentially just getting that whole process, literally seeing a house being built from the ground up, and just the whole process. I'll definitely be able to help you all with that. But like I said, just furthermore, in working with a realtor, I'll give you guys some tips. And working with a realtor such as myself, it's always my goal to help you understand and reach your real estate goals. And it's essentially purchase your property. That's always the end goal with it. In our initial conversation when I work with my clients, we'll discuss things such as what city you're looking to purchase in, how many bedrooms, you want a pool, how many bathrooms. We'll see what are your must-haves, like whether your must-have is, hey, I need a huge backyard, then that's what we'll look at. If you want, like I said, a pool or something like that, then that's what we'll be looking for. Some stuff, obviously we'll have to budge on maybe here or there, but for the most part, it's my goal to try and help you find out what you're really looking for. It'll ultimately make you happy and meet your family's needs. I also like to touch on just, the home buying process in itself is a little daunting, but definitely with the right saving for your down payment and working on your credit score before you even come to work with a realtor. These two steps are very important because this will determine what type of loan you will qualify for, how much money you'll need for your down payment, how much you it goes a long way, because without it, you won't be able to purchase your home. Like I said, your credit score will determine your interest rate for the home and your monthly payment. And having a higher credit score, it will help you qualify for a lower interest rate with your mortgage lender, and also having the extra cash will help you in the case of a bidding war at the end. Let's say you find a home that's for $200,000, we submit the offer, but you have somebody else coming behind you that qualify for $230,000. They're going to more than likely win the war because they're going to be able to offer more money in the end to the seller. And with this being a seller's market, they're going to take the top dollar. So just little stuff like that is very important to have. Just your which we'll go into next is your pre-approval letter. Let me go into that part real quick. So we're having your pre-approval letter. You'll work with a mortgage lender before we even start looking for homes. I highly recommend that, because otherwise it's like we're looking for homes that could possibly be ranked at 400,000. And realistically, you maybe only be able to afford 200,000. Just an example, but definitely, it's like you have that when you have that letter, it's your bargaining power to say, hey, I have, I'm qualified for 400,000. This is the home I'm going for. We're not wasting anybody's time, my time, your time, especially your time. to looking at
Right.
homes that you wouldn't be able to afford. But like I said, we work hand in hand with Edge Financial. That's what our office works with. But essentially, Brian, he'll look at your credit, income, any debt that you may have, and be able to work on a number that truly says like, hey, you can afford this. This is what you should really go after. Anything higher, you probably might not be able to afford, unless something change. You might come into some money or whatever the case may be. But at that current time, we're going to look at your current portfolio, what you have going on, and that's what we'll go after. Just going a little further, let's say, so once we have your pre-approval letter down, we'll start looking at homes. I'll schedule tours with you of the different homes in the area that you're looking for. I'll drive over, we'll video call, however it needs to be done. You're busy. I can go to the home video court before you and show you the property, and we'll literally negotiate. Hey, this is the house I'm looking for, Chris. Put an offer in for me. Hopefully, in that case, we find that quickly, but sometimes it can take weeks, months. Just kind of depends on the market right now. As we know, there's not a lot of inventory on the market right now, at least here in St. Pete and whatnot. But just depending on the situation, in a normal situation, we'll find that home and we'll submit an offer. Upon submitting that offer, we'll need to schedule a home inspection, schedule like a home appraisal, just to make sure, hey, this home, there's no roof leakages, the floor isn't caving in on you. There's any like major issues like that you wouldn't want to face after you close out on the home. Once you've closed out, as we know, that's pretty much the end of the story. Like, you're responsible for having to fix those issues. So that's why we like to have that, type of third-party inspector come in. I don't know him personally, but I know he does great work. But essentially, he'll look at the house. He'll say, hey, like, I just had a deal recently. We ended up losing on the deal because the house failed the home inspection. But he'll come in and say, hey, Chris, this needs to be fixed. This needs to be fixed for you guys go any further with the deal. And hopefully within that time frame, they'll let us know, and we can pull out of the deal or continue on with it if the house passes the inspection. So that's always great to have. Some people trying to skip that just to save a little more money, but always please get that home inspection done. Just touch on just some problems. I know we're going to discuss that, some problems with the market right now. Like I said before, there's a limited inventory of homes for sale. With a lot of people moving to Florida each year, and as of recently, each month with the pandemic and everything, we're seeing homes come on the market less and less, and they're selling even quicker. The great part for the sellers if you're a seller, is that, hey, your home should sell within reason fairly quickly and whatnot. You'll be able to get the top dollar for it. Like I said, before I had a home that we were trying to get from one of my customers, and essentially the house was marked at $280. We went right into asking price and everything lined up. I'm like, yeah, we got it. We're all excited.
Wow.
And then the next, I think 2 days later, the seller was like, hey, I accept another offer. And just to inquire, I was like, what did the house sell for? And it was $300,000. Somebody literally came in with a cash offer, $20,000 over an asking price. So in that situation, cash is king. I mean, you can have the financing and everything, FHA loan, conventional, VA, whatever the case may be. But essentially, you have somebody coming in with a cash buyer, and hey, they're going to close out in 10 days as opposed to 30 days. They're gonna take that deal. But like I said, it's always more options out there. This isn't the end all be all with the homes and whatnot. But I'm willing to make that drive. So for him, I was driving to Orlando just to go try and find a property for him. Yeah. But essentially we lost out. But like I said, in the end, he ended up finding a new construction home for his mother to buy, and he loves it. So it worked out in the end. But just kind of be prepared. Like, it may not be a quick process. Just having the patience and just be able to wait it out. Just to see, like, hey, this deal might not work out for a reason. This one is the next one coming up, and I'm constantly looking and sending you guys more and more properties. Like, hey, what about this one? What about this one? And we'll go from there. Just another point or problem, potential problem, was it coming in with the multiple offers. So like I said, that same home, it was multiple offers on it. So we were one of 5 offers on it. So let's say I went in at 280, the next person went in at 300, and people would fall in between. The seller has the full right to be able to negotiate, with that person. Hey, they're going to give me the most money. I'm going to, I'll tell Chris, whatever, like, don't worry about it anymore because I'm taking this other offer. So just kind of just be prepared for a potential bidding war. Now, you may be lucky and, not have to really worry about it. But in the case that you have to have that bargaining power with that pre-approval letter, what I mentioned before, to say, hey, I'm qualified for this. We may go in at a lower offer, but in the event that we need to go higher, I have, 20 more grand to play with. Or if you have money, hidden somewhere, for example, we could put that on the table as well to try and get the home. Just a few more points just to touch on lack of affordable housing in town right now. I was talking with Ms. LaShawn earlier, and we were saying how the homes in St. Pete they're just not affordable right now. I mean, you can, especially for what you're looking for. I mean, if you're looking for, a 1-2 bedroom, I mean, honestly, right now, people are getting $250, like, 300,000 is for a 2-bedroom home here in St. Pete. And they're almost pushing us out to, to the outskirts of town, whether it's Ruskin or Riverview, whatever the case may be. That's what me and my wife are actually looking at right now, just to maybe have to move back on that side of the bridge, just because right now in St. Pete, the inventory is so low and the houses are just so overpriced. So it's something that's, we're looking to accomplish with my brokerage and I work for, finding investors to come in and reinvest back into St. Pete and just really find, houses that everybody can afford. Like I said, right now is really limited. And the last point for the problem I want to touch on is failing the home inspection. It's a potential to get failed the home inspection, as I said before. We can submit our offer, it's accepted, but in the event that it does need a new roof and the actual seller isn't willing to negotiate on fixing that roof for you, it's time to pull out of that deal.
Wow.
Or the floor is caving in or whatever the case may be. Just some like real major issue. Not if it's minor stuff like paint on the wall or whatever. That's all cosmetic. But we're talking about the hard, like foundational type pieces of the home. Your inspector's going to come in and look at that. And we had to pull out of a deal before because of the same thing. The house is, cosmetically it looked great. But when the inspector came in and saw, like, Chris, like, this is really wrong with it. Don't please pull out of this deal. And luckily we were able to. My buyer was able to get their money back, and we were able to find another property for it. So those are just a few little points that problems that you may face. So hopefully not, but definitely I'm willing to work and figure out what works best for you. Just want to give you guys just my contact information. Should you know somebody that's looking to buy or sell, or yourself even, I can be reached at 727-488-6015 or by my email at christopher@stofelrealestate.com. And even on my little flyer thing here, it shows my website. But definitely, it's been a pleasure talking with everyone. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call or send me an email, and we can work further from there.
Well, Chris, let me tell you something. You gave us the tea on the real estate industry, and you actually answered quite a few questions that I had for you, because I was going to say, do you guys often run into bidding wars where somebody, you might be in a bidding war with 4 or 5 people? Right. At one time. Exactly.
Wow. So it happens more times than we think. Like I said, I mean, it really just depends on the home. I mean, like, honestly, there's been times where we'll wake up in the morning, we'll send our client, a list of homes that says a home over in Riverview going for $250. Great. I've shown up, and honestly, it's been 6 other realtors outside waiting to just see the home. Wow. And by that point, you got to think it's 12 o'clock. You don't know who's even come before that to check out the home as well. So you're like, wow, like how many offers have been submitted? And you call the realtor and they're like, yeah, I got 10 offers in my inbox right now. If you're not 20,000 over asking price, don't even worry about submitting it. So you're like, whoa, you wasted all this time. Wow. But, it doesn't happen every time, but it's definitely, I mean, right now in this market, I mean, the inventory is so limited. You got to really be proactive to be able to get out there, go see the home, have your contract written up. Obviously, we try our best to, get out there as quickly as possible, but it's a bidding war right now. But, hopefully, we're expecting the market to kind of level back off, hopefully later this year. But right now, the market is
white hot. Yeah, it is. It's really hot. And I think too, probably a lot of the reason we're seeing that Florida doesn't have very many homes is because we're like one in very few states that have no state taxes. Exactly. So a lot of people, they relocate to Florida because we don't have the state taxes, which I feel like is great. Exactly. As well as a lot of other, for other political advantageous reasons. Right. So I really appreciate you coming on and sharing this stuff. Like, listen, you guys, if you are watching right now, please make sure to like and share this show on your news feed, because everybody, we like to share around here. We like to share.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. And so because we are all about closing the Black wealth gap. Here it is. We have a Black entrepreneur. We already seen where people have already said, like, he works hard for his customers. So make sure that if you are in Central Florida, Orlando, St. Petersburg, the Tampa Bay area, and you are looking for a house, or you're looking to sell a house, or whatever the case may be, that you contact Chris, because he is he's got the goods for you guys, and we already know that he's definitely highly intelligent, so he's definitely capable of doing an excellent job at finding you the property that you are wanting for your family. So, and then now, so like you mentioned before about the baking.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So can you give us just a little bit of information about that?
Yeah, so last year, me and a buddy of mine from college, we started our own baking company, specializing in decorative cakes, cheesecakes, cookies, cupcakes, etc., whatnot. And yeah, it was something we kind of just started as a hobby during the pandemic last year that turned into a business. Honestly, it came out the blue. I had never baked a cake before, to be honest with you. And last year, just during the pandemic started, I was bored, and I thought, let me try it out. And it turned into a huge business. I mean, right now we're getting at least 10 to 15 orders a week, where it came out of the blue. I mean, our business page is on, if you're on Instagram, is Big Boy Bakeries LLC, and the same thing on Facebook as well. So you want to check us out and see, you'll put an order in. We're primarily servicing the Tampa Bay and Gainesville areas right now. We do ship as well. We ship pound cakes across the country. I've send them out to Cali, up to Milwaukee, our buddies up there and whatnot.
Wow.
So it's definitely an option, something growing. Hopefully we can expand it a little further. But yeah, it's definitely taken off within the last year. So awesome.
Oh my goodness. Awesome. So you got the itch from your dad and your mom, because you know you have the is it Hoggy's Barbecue?
Hoggy's Barbecue is my parents.
Okay.
They do like the barbecue. My mom does a size, like Mama Sheila's mac and cheese.
Yes.
And her, all other baked beans, all the other, regular soul food sides. So we team up and whatnot, and have, some weekends where we'll sell together, and I'll have my desserts, they'll have their barbecue and soul food and whatnot, and have a good sale. So it's been awesome.
Yes, this is his family, his mother, his father, siblings, and his wife and son here, guys. Yes, like I said, he comes from a family of entrepreneurs, and they do get down when it comes to cooking, okay? So like, it's hard to find good Southern food. Everybody it's a lot of people that think they know how to cook good Southern.
Right.
And it don't be hitting on nothing, okay?
I'm a foodie.
It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody.
Listen, the Haugabook family, they know how to do it old school style. It's something about that old school that,
got that swag on it.
That kind of stuff. So listen, y'all need to make sure that you guys, touch base with Chris. Even if you feel like you're not ready to purchase a house right now, make sure that you touch base with him, because he can help you to prepare for.
Start the step, yeah, for sure. I mean, a lot of people are hesitant, like they're scared, like, oh my God, my credit's this or that. But something similar, working with a credit specialist for 6 months, and them looking at your credit score and seeing what they can get off your credit. That's huge. I've seen scores go up, 50 points and whatnot, and even that would change your interest rate. I mean, I've seen, I work with my mortgage lender. He can work with a somewhat lower score, and I do mean somewhat, as of like 615 or so, but we can get that thing up to close to 680, 690. He can work magic.
We end up okay. Y'all heard it here. Where?
T-shirt and tees.
Hey.
Did y'all get that tea?
Yes.
Did y'all get that tea?
Get the tea,
Do you
honey.
have your cup?
Get the tea. Get the tea. Okay. All right. Okay, so Chris, is there anything else that you would like to leave the people with tonight?
No, like I said, we pretty much touched on everything. Like I said, if you guys have any questions or just interested in just even taking a look at seeing what you may qualify for, feel free to give me a call. I can connect you to the right people. Possibly find you down payment assistance. I mean, it's a number of avenues. Don't let the market scare you. So I'm willing to work for you as long as you work with me. So that's no problem at all.
And you said that, just also to clarify, you said that you guys do commercial as well, commercial and residential. Okay, because us entrepreneurs and business owners out here need to know that as well.
Right. So we have access to all those type of properties and whatnot. And buying land, you want to buy land next to some water or something like that for your family. We can find those, or investment properties for you and your family. You're looking for residual income every month. We're able to find them, let's say, all over the state of Florida. So just let us know. It doesn't have to be St. Peter, Tampa. We can look down in Miami or up in Gainesville, wherever the case may be. We can do all the state of Florida.
Oh, wow. I love it. Love it. I know right now I'm getting my business credit where it need to be.
Okay.
But once it's where it need to be, we're gonna be giving you a call.
Know who to call.
Us. How you gonna help us? We know you can do it.
Exactly. All right. So thank you so much, Chris, for joining us on the platform. We really appreciate you taking the time out to contact us. Can you share your parents' social media handlers so people who are in the area that want to try their food can, make contact with them?
Sure thing. Put it right here in the chat.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to take note of this as well because I do like to enjoy good food as well, and good food is hard to find. So
right?
You guys won't be disappointed.
Okay.
There we go. And Hoggy's Barbecue. There we go. So I'll put it right there in the chat for you guys.
Okay, awesome. It's in the chat. Hold on one second. Let me see. I think your mom was just on a second ago.
I think so. We'll make sure it's the right page.
Oh, here it is. Oh, you put it in the private.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys.
So you can, if you put it in the chat for us the next during the show, then we'll make sure to put it up for them.
Okay, sure thing.
Okay,
sure
thank
thing.
you so much, Chris.
Thank you.
See you soon. Thanks so much. Have a good evening.
Thank you. You too.
Bye. Okay, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed that. Hello, guys. Our expert advisor is in the studio. That's who I'm waving to. Hey, Dawn, we ready for you, girl.
I already feel like I've just gotten so much information in just from talking to Chris. Now we're going to talk to Dawn. And y'all, do you feel the good vibes flowing in here? Like we haven't been here for a little minute. Now we're back.
Yes.
Like we never left.
Okay. All the good energy. I know that you guys are waiting and anticipating. Like I told y'all, tonight we're giving y'all some good old-fashioned hot tea. And honey, we're bringing it forward with Miss Dawn Marie Haynes, Dawn to Dusk. Okay.
Yeah.
And she going
listen.
And she is going to give us the ins and outs of this whole renovation aspect of real estate. I cannot wait to talk to her. We've had her on the show before several times, so she is definitely a friend of the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like at this point, she's just, she's just one of the people in my close circle, my tribe. She always comes on and gives us all this information. Yes. She already locked it down in the fashion industry. Yes. Now she's coming over to do the renovations, which is not easy. Have y'all even watched a renovation TV show where they walk into the structure and it's just boxes of just concrete and just, they building it from the ground up. Yep. And she designs it, she builds it, I'm excited. I don't even think my mind can even work to understand all of that. Yes. So we're going to play a small clip for you guys, and then we're going to bring her on, and then it's going to be another session of jam-packed information. I hope you guys are ready. We got our cups ready to go. Y'all pay attention.
Hey, I'm Dawn Haynes. I'm a wardrobe stylist. Started in the business with Tina Marie when I was 15 years old. I had no idea that 20 plus years later I would still be doing what I've fallen in love with, which is designing clothes for men, designing clothes for a number of other people. My passion was really more or less traveling the world and just meeting a vast majority of people who are in the fashion industry. And I've been blessed to be in each and every one of my artists' lives at the most pivotal moment of their career. Whether it was Ludacris, Usher, Callie, Common, even times when I think that, it's over, I'm ready to move on, that special call comes in. I don't think there's a day that I would give back. Now, my newfound love is designing homes. And without any effort, I found this wonderful Spanish castle. But there's not enough closet room. I need to build a closet for myself. And from me building the closet, I added 600 square feet. I ripped up the floors, I ripped up the tile, I added a pool in the back, a barbecue, outdoor living space. I flew in a ceiling from Spain. I turned a small family room into a pool room, Moroccan style. I designed furniture. So it's all full circle. I still have the passion to design clothes, yet now I have clients say, come in and do my closet, my house, style me, style my family, and they can go away and just relax and know that they're in good hands. I'm off and running on my new venture, D2D Designs.
Y'all heard it, D2D Designs. Yes, honey. Hey, Miss Dawn
Hey,
Marie.
ladies. Strong J, strong J.
I am so excited to have you back on the platform. It's always a joy and pleasure to have you with us.
It is always my pleasure to be here in this space. And you surprised me with that video. I haven't seen that video and I've been looking for it. So you guys always do such great research.
We will be more than happy to send it to you when we're done here tonight. How about that?
Thank you. You guys look beautiful as always.
Thank you. You do too. And you look like you got a little skinny, honey.
Well, Hunty, I've been hiking and I'm on keto because I'm going to St. Martin. So I've been trying to pull it together.
Ooh. Okay. Oh my goodness. I need to be doing the same thing as you. We don't have any mountains in Florida.
Well, you know, Palm Springs is all mountains. You know, it's the reverse from when I used to live in Miami and St. Martin, the ocean, but Palm Springs is mountains and, you know, it's the desert as well. So I do a lot of swimming, but that hiking trail is everything. And keto, I mean, I've never done it before. I just got introduced to it. And it's really interesting because it's a lot of meat and a lot of vegetables. And, you know, now they have so much stuff that you can utilize to replace your carbs. Like I never ate cauliflower rice or cauliflower mashed potatoes. And it's just taking away that thing that you think you need, a starch, a this and that. But when you get away from bread and pasta and all that stuff, the pounds start shredding. I'm like, what is going on? I should have known about this a long time ago.
Well, honey, let me tell you, I can see it in your face. You look so good. You look so good, honey. You're going to be ready.
Wait till you see my pictures when I come out that water. I'm going to be looking like Barry and James Bond movie, Auntie. Hunting,
yes,
I'm going to have my tea.
She said she can't forget the tea.
Yes, honey, you got to take that tea with you, honey. Let them know. You got to let them know.
Every time.
Listen, I am so excited to talk about renovation. We've talked about the fashion and the styling and celebrity styling and all of that, and we have a history on that. For those of you who have not heard that story, you guys go back and watch our previous shows with Dawn on it. Tonight, we're going to be speaking on it specifically home renovations. You guys should go to her page on Facebook. Go to her page on Facebook, Dawn Marie Haynes. Guys, there's so much footage on there. Like, she actually be on the track, just be like, I mean, she is doing the doggone thing. Okay. Y'all got
I save about $20,000 when I'm on that tractor.
Wow. Listen. Oh my gosh. So Dawn, can you just go into just give us a little bit of history? I know we saw it from your video on how you got started in terms of it started off as interior design.
Well, it started off more or less of me buying a house and not liking what I bought.
Right.
I love the frame of the house,
right,
but I didn't like what it offered. It was a 1929 Spanish castle, and it was a prototype. In the 20s, apparently There was an area in Glendale. It was near a prestigious golf course or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they had every intention to make this area kind of like a Beverly Hills, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
So I only know this because I did intense research. And what I found was a woman bought that land in the 20s. And she had the house built based on what the idea of that community was supposed to be. So she built this elaborate, beautiful castle, but Spanish castle in 1927, 1928, 1929.
Right.
So I went to libraries, and of course, as I started pulling permits, I learned more about what that area was supposed to be. But then there was a recession, apparently in the 20s. Okay. And so a lot of people who had investments lost a lot of money. And so the neighborhood kind of, it didn't tank, but the idea of what it was supposed to be didn't come to fruition. However, her house did. Her house was a magnificent Spanish castle. And, back in the day, people had very small closets, very small entries to the rooms. They were narrow, and people were small. So it was like, maybe a 7-foot entry, whereas now 8 feet, 9 feet, 10 feet, 11 feet. So when I got the house, I was like, this is beautiful. I see the bones. I understand what, they intended it to be. But now we're in, 2018 or 2010 or whenever I bought it, and things have changed. So I started looking around saying, I hate the fact there's a bathroom in the kitchen. I hated the fact that like 2 people couldn't walk through the doorway. And more than anything, I'm in fashion. I need a closet. I need a closet, and I mean a real closet. And they didn't have that. They had a his and her closet, and very little room for shoes and hats and belts and sweaters. So my mentality was, again, I had never renovated a home before. I didn't know anything about it. And so when I finally signed the last documents of this paperwork, and I went inside the home, I called a few people and I said, here, I have some ideas. I'd like to get rid of this bathroom that's in the closet, in the kitchen, and I'd like to open up some of these doorways. And they said, well, you got to start demoing. You need a demo crew. I was like, okay, what does that look like? They're like, you probably need 5 men to come in here, and you need a dumpster out front, and you need to, just put X's with a spray can of what you want removed. So I was like, okay. Because I'm a visionary and I'm a manifester. I knew at the time what this home would look like. So I took the spray can. I was like, remove this door, remove this bathroom, remove this window, and move the window over because the view is over here. The view over here looks at the neighbor. If you move it 5 inches over, it's a mountain view. But I had to remember in the 20s, that might not have been there. That house probably wasn't there when they built it.
Very true.
So I had to really start thinking, what can I do to beautify this home, to make it the best that lady who bought it in the 20s would appreciate today?
Wow.
Now, I also knew that my mom was sick at the time, and I was hoping to bring her out to California. So the outside had all brick floor. The floors were just, grass and brick. And I wanted a pool with waterfalls and all this stuff.
Yes.
So you saw what you saw.
Yes.
That wasn't there in our house.
Oh my God.
So I was able to, so I thought about my mom and how I can make her recovery, because she had a stroke. How could I make her recovery peaceful?
Right.
And so I built this jacuzzi and saltwater pool, and everything was remote control. And as I was going, I was learning. I was watching these guys with these sledgehammers just breaking down walls that I had put X's on. Well, needless to say, the whole house became X's. X, spray this, spray this, spray this. Knock this one down. You get a car, and you get a car, and you get a car. I was like, get this wall out, use this, take this away. And I went overboard. I really did. Hi, Melissa Potter. That's my sister. She's watching right now.
Hi,
I see her. Melissa. So yeah, so I mean, I'm actually going to be renovating her home. I went to New York. She just bought a home. So I did a whole thing on my Facebook Live on her house as well. But anyway, it really was about me seeing the potential of this home. And that's how I got started. It wasn't about interior design. That would have been easy. That would have been easy for me to have gone from fashion to interior design.
Yeah.
No,
exactly.
my life's not easy. I don't make it like that. It went from fashion design and styling to total home renovation. And then the other stuff came. I started making furniture and going to places and showing them, I want something like this. I need it to be this size and this size. And I want it to also have a wine cabinet. And I want the drawers and the doors to open on both sides. And I want this. And I was able to express all of the things that, you know, I had seen while I was at Halle Berry's house or while I was at Eddie Murphy's house. I saw it. I knew it could be built. Right. But I wanted other things to be incorporated in all the things that I had already seen. So sometimes as we go through life, we see things and we deposit it and we store it. And so for me having this designer eye, I was able to express and deliver with incredible, impeccable detail. And so that's how that started.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Like, you know what I feel like the biggest thing that you said was you did your research.
Yes.
You went in and you researched the property. You researched the history. And that is, to me, that makes you a great or an excellent renovator because you can take the vision of what that person is giving you. Like you can hear what they're saying, what their desires are. You give them what they want and then some. So that's what you get a car, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. That's where that part comes in.
Yeah, because after learning what the possibilities are endless. We know that the ceiling could be raised 14 feet, 20 feet, but we have to go to the city. We have to go and get permits. We have to go and see what is legal in that community. Can I do a second story or not? Because if I do a second story and everybody else does, then maybe I'm impacting my neighbor's view. Right. So there's a whole process behind renovation. You have to get your engineer, you have to get your architect, you have to get your crew all on the same page. Otherwise, everybody has an idea and they're not following the plan. Exactly. And I'm the coach. I'm the coach of it all. I'm a project manager. I'm not a contractor. I'm a project manager. I manage the project that I can relate to the homeowner and I can relate to each one of my, as they call them, they're each contractor has a different license. So I can meet with my electrician, my plumber, my framer, my concrete, my tile guy. Everybody has their own lane. And I tell them, stay in your own lane. Don't come and tell me what the electrician did wrong and you're the tile guy. Mind your business. Because what happens now is you got a bunch of guys. Let me sip too. Hold on.
Ooh, I know that's right.
Yes. Yes.
Reese Sherman is on right now. Reese is the photographer who shot all those pictures of my magazine cover that I'm on right now.
Hello, Reese.
So he is fabulous. If anybody is looking for a photographer, Reese Sherman, please follow him. He is not only has an impeccable eye, he's an incredible photographer, but his spirit, when he's in the room, you want to give your best. And that's really what I've learned over the years. I have to surround myself with the best. There you are, Reese Sherman.
Yes, he did his thing. Reese, you did your thing with those pictures. Those
This
are
is the
beautiful.
honey. He's part of my agency right now. I reopened and launched my agency. We have so much to talk
Phenomenal
about.
job. Wow.
Reese Sherman is the shit. I'm going to use that word because that's what he is. He is thebomb.com. He is all that. You can find Reese Sherman on IG, Facebook, and on my page. If you need him, if you're trying to hire him, I am his agent, Hunty. So
Okay.
come
Hello.
you, boo. Reese Sherman, cheers.
Oh my goodness. Listen, guys, let me tell y'all something about Dawn. She said that she is a manifestor. She is. She has multiple streams of income. Okay. She has not just done renovations here in the US. You've also done renovations overseas and have like requests to do more renovations overseas. And that is the other part that I wanted to get into. Can you let the people know where you've been, honey? Because she's been places. Okay.
Listen, streams of income is one thing, but I love each stream I'm in. Like, I'm not in a field that, I'm making money, but I hate I've chosen and selected each industry, and some of them came, when I was 20, 21, 22. Right. I let it go, and now I'm back in it again because I feel that I have the knowledge, I have the experience, and I think that there's a resurgence of creativity. People are coming back into this artistic field and wanting to deliver newness, which before I felt there were too many copycats, and it got boring. So let's talk about overseas. So my mom passed, my mentor Tina Marie passed, my house was built. I had already had all the clients that you can imagine in my fashion industry, and I decided I wanted to wash my hands of the music industry and start anew. So I had traveled the world with Halle, with Usher, with Common, with Ludacris, with Eddie Murphy, with Quincy Jones, all of these amazing, legendary people. But that no longer, it didn't fulfill my spirit anymore. I wanted to be somewhere that was like paradise and where I didn't have to carry this image of whatever you want to call it, whatever Hollywood is, whatever you want to call it. I didn't want that anymore. I wanted to live an island life. So I fulfilled the fantasy and I moved to the Caribbean, and I moved to St. Martin. And child, Hunty, let me tell you something. Let me do a little shimmy with the shoulders. I moved my butt to St. Martin, and I found a house, and I moved there, and I started a vacation property rental, Airbnb, a place where people could just come, no cameras allowed, just come and sit and relax. I had internet. You could take pictures if you want to, but I was very clear with people. Please put your phones down. Please just come and listen to the waves.
Yes.
Listen to the ocean and listen to the birds, and wear your flip-flops. Don't worry about your Christian Louboutins, your all this red bottom. None of that matters here.
Right.
Leave your jewelry at home. Leave all your ego and all that crap at home, because when you get here, you're going to meet people. Hi, Cheryl. Thank you. She's Cheryl Thomas, I see.
Yes.
So I mean, people came. I mean, hundreds of people came. I started promoting it. I started, putting VRBO, Airbnb. I was promoting it to doctors and lawyers and celebrities and my ex-clients. And then my friends would come and they would rent rooms in this 6-bedroom, beautiful villa. And as time went on, they started telling their mother and their parents. And so groups of people would come at a time and rent the entire villa.
Wow.
This is something that is needed. So I started doing interior design because those villas out there were beautiful, but they didn't have the beautiful orchids. They didn't have the artwork. They didn't have the right sheets and the count of sheets and the candles and all the things that people were leaving their homes in the United States. So when they came to the Caribbean, they weren't getting that luxury.
Yeah.
So that's what I saw was missing. So I started going to these $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8 million homes, meeting the owners and saying, listen, I have the clientele, but your decor isn't matching what they're used to. So allow me to come in and renovate your house, renovate your villa, renovate your area so that we can take pictures and show them that $20,000 a week is worth it.
Yes.
And so by me getting this clientele, every week I would meet someone who owned Chevron gas stations. Now, I'm not talking about millionaires or billionaires. I'm talking about tycoons. People who owned like these beautiful homes with helicopters, the helicopter, the yacht, all this stuff comes with the villas. So I know. It was amazing. So this just is manifestation. This is surrounding yourself with people who are like-minded and people who, number one, trust you, trust your vision. Melissa used to say, Dawn, you got receipts. You show them the receipt. Tell them that you already done this. This ain't nothing new.
That's right.
You show them the receipts. Hi, Keisha. That's my little sister, Keisha Jones.
Hi, Keisha. Hey, Keisha.
Yes, these are my peoples that, like, if I could say I want a think tank, I want to bring people in the room with me, and I trust that if I walk out the room, they got my back. Right. Keisha, Reese, Melissa, there's a list of these people, and they are in the room listening and knowing that what I speak right now, this is all truth and all, like, this is just what my life has been able to unfold. And with all of this, Reese, he's saying hi to you guys. All of this is just really, like, it's a blessing. And it is, I think, hard work. My motto is hard work pays off. Yeah. And if you really want it, whatever it is that you want, you just got to continue to give and receive. For a very long time of my life, it was hard for me to receive. I wasn't in that. I was a giver. I'm nurturing. I don't have any children. I'm maternal. I love to cook. I love making sure you need a cocktail. You need this. You want a cigar. You want this. Let me teach you how to smoke a cigar. I'm constantly that. Now I want people to, I need to be poured into. Yes. I'm opening my vessel now.
Yes.
I'm opening my vessel so that I am receiving as well. And with that, it's such a good, awesome feeling to know that this is the time where I can exhale. I have that support group around me that I can now exhale and know that I just have to pick up the phone and say, hey, I need this. And people deliver. Because I've been doing that so many years.
You have, listen, when they said you have receipts, honey, she has books, novels of receipts, okay? Novels. We're going to say novels.
My nephew is saying hi, Auntie Dawn. That's my nephew. He's 11, I think, right now. That's Tristan. He is one of my favorite people in the whole world. That's my nephew, and that's my real blood nephew.
Oh my gosh. So hi, Tristan. Listen, I hope you have some of these entrepreneurial genes in you and you're learning from your aunt. Listen.
Well, I have a surprise for Tristan that he doesn't even know, but his dad and myself were planning for him to come spend 3 weeks with me. Tristan wants to be in the construction industry. I just learned that, so he's going to come and work with me.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome. Hey, we got the tea. Hold on.
Tristan. Y'all just heard.
We caught the tea. We caught the tea on that. So listen, that's something that we need to get video footage on so that we can share on the platform as well.
And yeah, we'll let Tristan do an interview with you guys after I train him. Let him talk to you guys about what he learned.
Oh, that'll be great. And he'll be an inspiration to others I was just thinking this morning. I was like, if I could, in my next life, if there were a next life, I would be a contractor. I would be I would do something in construction because I'm just good with my hands like that. And my biological father and his father and his father's father were all in construction and building and things like that. So that's how I realized that I'm so good with my hands. I am just really naturally good with my hands and a visionary as well. So I was like, I would have probably done that. But back in the day, they weren't really advocating for girls to get into architecture and, woodworking. And even though I was really good at all of that stuff, they didn't advocate for that.
Well, what's funny is that is why, like right now, I really want to manifest. I'm going to use that word again because it's important that I'm able to get a show on HGTV. And it's not just because I want a show. It's because I want young women, I want young men to understand that it is a white man's business.
Yeah.
Construction is a white man's business. And they make a lot of money doing what they do.
Yes, they
do.
do.
I think that because we have not been given the platform to speak about real estate, to speak about investments, to speak about construction, to speak about interior design. I want that platform, and I'm speaking it into existence. I put it on my Facebook page. Everybody who knows me knows that when I say I want to do something,
you do it.
I'm not speaking it. I really, really want to do it because I think that I can help other people to understand that all things are possible.
Yeah.
I want to not just talk about building houses. I want to talk about my life, and I want to be able to bring on people in this show that they talk about how they were able to accomplish the things that they were able to accomplish. And the way I speak about my show may be I come to your house and I sit down in your home and we talk about how your passion and your purpose came into fruition. And we make it so that it is a complete show. Some days maybe I'm building a house. Some days I see how you built your business. How did you become successful?
Wow.
So this is what my show premise is about. So if anybody's listening and wants to know, like, why am I saying and why am I speaking this? Why do I keep talking about it? It's not just for me. It's for people like your daughter. It's for people like my nephew to understand that, you have to get an education. Yes, it's important to be kind and to give back and to be honest and all of these things. But it's also important to learn, how do I become what it is that I am dreaming of? Like you said, wish that you had gotten into this business, but it was not a perception in your mind that a woman could do this.
Yes.
I want to erase all that.
Yep. Yeah. And can you imagine how many young ladies that would, because you think when I was, and this was back in middle school, I was phenomenal at doing electrical work. That's when they used to have the wheel. And you would do like the home ec and the sewing and all of those different things to see what you really like doing. And when it came, like I had the home economics down. Okay. I knew how to cook. I come from a Black family. So my mom had me in the kitchen early. So that's not something that I needed to learn. I knew that, but I could do the welding, the woodwork, the architecture, like drawing blueprints and stuff like that. We learned the very basic steps in doing it. I excelled at all of that, and I actually loved it. I loved it. Yeah. So it's like now I'm doing research. I'm like, how I just talked to my biological dad a couple months ago, and I was like, I'm wondering, how can I get into construction? What do I need to do? Do I, and I went and started researching and looking into it. I'm like, dang, I would have to really go back to school all over again or work for an apprentice for a certain number of years.
Don't think about it like that. You just have to do it. As a homeowner, you don't have to have a license.
Right.
And so you can be owner builder. Now, if you want to start working for other people, then you have to make your title different. You're a project manager, you're a designer, you do interior, and you have to hire other people who are licensed, insured, and bonded, and then you bring them in and you show them what your vision is. But, you know, there's never too late to do anything. You know, I don't know what's next for me, but I know that, you know, there's something that's coming. It's going to be something more exciting than now. I think, you know, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's my show. Maybe it's, I don't know. I never in my life wanted to be in front of the camera. I've always been around celebrities. Anytime paparazzi came around or anything, my friends will tell you, I would run so that I wasn't being shot. I didn't want to be famous. I didn't want to be written up. Oh, that's da-da-da-da and Dawn Haynes. I didn't want that. You know, and I've had a lot of television shows, VH1 and E, and a lot of producers approached me a while ago. How can we do a show? Like, can you do, you know, Fashion on a Dime? Can you do this? That? There were all kinds of shows they came to me with, and I didn't feel like it was gonna make an impression or leave an everlasting, like, you know, impactful impression on the lives of people. I just thought that make the network money, but it wasn't really purposeful.
Wow.
And so now that I'm in this place in my life that I could really make decisions and I could say no, I can say no now. Before it was like, oh, I want to get this check, or I could say no now and say, but this is what I do want.
Yes.
And if they don't see it, it's okay. I can wait another year.
Right.
Or I start my own production company and take it to Oprah.
Listen, that is what I was going to tell you. I was like, if HGTV and Netflix don't want to give you a shot, you do it yourself.
That's what I'm saying.
You do it yourself. I mean, you know what it's like to build from the ground up.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm not saying that, you know, I could do it all by myself. I know that there are people out there who have my best interest that will be part of the team. And whoever brings it to the table will get a producer's credit or a producer's job or whatever. I love sharing because whoever's on the train gets to travel, right? Because you don't want to do it for yourself. You're like, come on, y'all, let's go. They all got their own stuff. Let's go. We're ready. But, you know, I think that timing is everything. And now that I'm really saying yes to it, I think the doors will open. And the people that are in this room right now, like I saw Keisha wrote something a minute ago. Who said, you know, she's, you know, literally, Keisha has worked for so many celebrities and CEOs of NBC, ABC, CBS. She has connections. You know, she knows that she's waiting for that right call or that right person. And when she does make the call to me, I will respect what she says because I know that she has my best interest
at heart. Exactly. It's a lot of times it's all about the timing, like you said, the right timing, when you have all of the right people to fall into place, the right team surrounded around you. Like you said, you have people that you know, like I trust their word because I know that they have my back. Sometimes it's all about just waiting for the right time. And a lot of times, and what I appreciate about you is that you're patient like that.
Yeah.
You're very patient.
Yeah, we know what happens when you force something, right? When it's not right. I mean, and again, I always reflect back on relationships. I reflect back on investments. I reflect back on, how can I say this? Poor decisions that I made because I moved
too fast
quickly.
Yeah.
And I didn't sit with my decision, and I didn't listen to my intuition. And that's relationships. Oh, I know this doesn't feel good. I know this is not going to work. We don't even get along, but yet I keep going. I'm going to give it another day. I'm going to try again. I'm going to try again.
Yes.
3 years go by and you're like, why did I waste my time with this person when I knew the lessons came with it? Now I'm in the mode now of, I got the lesson. I don't have to repeat it anymore. Right. because sometimes the hardest lessons take the longest to learn.
Longest time. Yeah. That's
right.
the truth. Yes.
Isn't that the truth?
That
So
is
now,
the truth.
yeah, I'm living in a different light now. My light now is that what is meant for me, when it's meant for me,
yep,
I'll receive it.
Yep, exactly. So you don't have to rush to do anything.
No.
Yeah.
Nothing. Not one thing.
Wow. I am just like so over this segment is just amazing. It really is. It has a lot of good raw just in content. Listen. Listen, Dawn, let me tell you something. Hold on, let me sip my tea too.
Okay.
This information, this inspiration, the good vibes are just, I could feel it. I don't know if they could feel it, but I can feel it. I'm just trying to take it in. I'm taking mental notes right now.
Right.
This is amazing.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, every time I come on your show, I feel like it's not enough time. I'm like, shit, I might want to just sit next to you guys. And I love these T-shirts, by the way.
Thank you. I was going to say something about your T-shirt. I love that. That is so cute.
Spicy.
Honey, I love it. I love it. Love it.
Let me get all in the camera.
Oh, I like that.
Ooh,
that is gorgeous. That is absolutely,
cute.
I like that.
Thank you.
Very cute. Very
So,
cute.
where did you guys come up with the name of T-Shirts and Tea Tuesdays?
Let me see. Where did I come up with the name? Well, honestly, I was thinking about it. I was thinking on it, and I was like, I know I want to I want to do a show. I knew what the content would be. And so it's like, okay, well, most businesses, when you think about walking advertisement, when you have T-shirts and you give T-shirts out, those T-shirts with your business information and logos are your walking billboards.
Right.
Right. And so I'm like, okay, so we got T-shirts. We're encouraging businesses to make sure that they make their own T-shirts, give them out, sell them as merchandise, whatever you're going to do to help promote your business. And then the tea, that's just what comes with when we bring the expert advisors and the features.
Did somebody say tea?
Hey.
That's right.
So look, you guys should actually interview Reese. Reese is, I mean, you know, just I'll give you guys his information, but you should interview him. Like, I mean, especially when you guys are going to get ready to do this fashion show and all that stuff, you're going to need someone like him. And, you know, like I said, I'm going to be there. You give me a position, I'll come. I'll sit on the panel. I'll do something. I'll be an advisor or something.
Yeah. It's funny that you say that, Dawn, because I just started putting together an advisory panel because I do want to make sure that every part of that weekend is going to just be phenomenal.
I mean, even if you guys want me to come in and I do like a room or something and I like, you know, whatever, I don't know. But it would be nice to have Reese in that audience taking some photos.
Oh, yes. And those are the see, this is what we were just talking about with timing, right? Mm-hmm. With timing, these connections and coming together with people who genuinely have a heart for our people and want to see our people succeed and to receive the knowledge that we need to move forward. You know, oftentimes, like in the past, our people were the ones that originated a lot of the inventions that we see, but because they weren't knowledgeable of patenting and doing all of those things to protect their intellectual property, they didn't receive the credit for it. This is a new day and a new time. We coming from a different angle. You know, there are too many of us that have that knowledge, the ability, the skill. Now it's time to pull us all together so that we can start to utilize each other.
Right.
Patronize each other.
That's right.
Yeah.
How much more time do we have? Because, you know, I could talk forever about fashion or kind of construction or T-shirts or you tell me what we're doing.
It's completely up to you. I know that Brittany has some questions that she wanted to ask because I was sick. I was sick Sunday. I was sick all day yesterday. And I was like, Brittany, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this show.
Look at God. Won't he do it?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did it, boy. She was like, "You doing good."
I thought that she was gonna be sick, you know, barely moving. She was just moving around and okay. Even after
Yes.
always love to see the support.
Right.
I did want to ask you. So I have actually watched a lot of home renovation shows. I've seen my parents renovate their home. And how do you do it? Like, how do you visualize it, especially when working with, you know, other people and trying to bring their vision to life? That I feel like that's a difficult thing. And not everyone has that skill set where they can, you know, take someone else's vision and then bring it to life, just looking at a blank wall or just looking at the X's that you marked down and you already saw what it was going to be. But me walking in there, I'm looking, I'm like, oh man, there's X's everywhere. They're knocking stuff down. There's trash. Like, I can't see it. How do you do it?
That's a great question. And, you know, it's a process. It's not anything that you see immediately sometimes. Like I said, sometimes it's knocking down that wall, and now you see, oh, the mountain's over here. Well, this is obviously where the window needs to go. So now you have a window. How big of a window? Well, let's see. Frame it. Now they frame the window, and it might be 10 feet, but you still see the mountain. Can I get a 12-foot window? Yes. Okay, let's put that there. Oh, that's beautiful. Now we put the walls up. And now, you know, every step is different. If we're talking about a kitchen, where are we going to put the stove, the refrigerator? Like I'm renovating a kitchen right now in Palm Desert in one of my clients' houses. And, you know, there's a step, like it's supposed to be a triangle so that you go from the sink to the stove to the refrigerator.
Wow.
Sink to the stove to the refrigerator.
Right.
People don't realize that it's supposed to be a triangle. Now, I say I want to be able to walk across the room without dripping any water on the floor. So I feel like my stove and my sink need to be closer, right? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's all it's a perception. So you have to sit down and you have to take notes. You have to really listen to what the client desires. I have dogs, I have children, I have this, I have that. I don't want, you know, I want my husband to have his own room. I want my wife to be able to, you know, go somewhere. She likes to talk. She talks loud. So you have to figure out what the person's lifestyle is. Yeah. The lifestyle of the whole family. You know, I like to watch the football games. We smoke cigars. Nobody wants to smell it. Where's that room going to be? So Melissa, who was on, Melissa's married to a barista. He makes coffee. He loves like this whole thing. So she wants him to have his own area so that she never goes near his stuff. So we created an area just for him, you know, to be able to do that, you know. And then there's the baby and there's all. So the vision comes from first really settling in with your client and listening to what's your lifestyle. My new clients, Sally Richardson and Dondre Whitfield, they have 2 teenage children. Dondre loves to golf. Sally's the director. She likes to entertain. So we had to really sit down with what is it that we're going to do here. So I'm putting a golf putting range on one side of the house in the backyard. I'm doing an outdoor living space. So when Sally directs these films or TV shows, they can have these parties and events where people can come and sit, have an outdoor kitchen, outdoor bar, a drop screen, lighting. If they decide to have a dance or a dinner or whatever, I have an area for that near the pool. So I got to sit with them and find out what their lifestyle is. And they entertain morning, noon, and night because the kids have friends over in the day. They're nighttime people. So now I have outdoor lighting. I got this whole thing happening where he could golf at night if he wants. It's just so the vision comes, like I say, first things first. Let's find out what each person loves. And now let me give that so that everybody's happy. Yeah. From there, you know, we get tear sheets. I go through, when I fly, I bring all my magazines. I take pictures or whatever out the magazines and I start a folder and then I start showing them. What do you think about this? What do you like about this color pattern? What do you think about if we put this here? You know, and there's so many trends coming out now where, you know, let's just say that the artificial grass and the concrete, you know, that's a great look. But now I like pouring concrete and framing like tile in between the concrete, so it looks like it's a rug.
Yes.
It's tile and it's outdoor, and so now you can put a table on top of that. So there's so many ideas that, you know, I create, and I ask them, you know, what about an outdoor sound system? And, you know, do you want to incorporate, you know, a bed outside? Do you want to have like an area where you can have an imaginary, you could go on a picnic, so we can put grass and trees and waterfalls and all this stuff. It's just, the mind is endless, and then I have to work with their budget, you know, and then there's a budget, and of course you have to, you know.
Darn.
Right, there's that part.
Yeah.
That is awesome. I mean, I felt like you were walking me through the entire process, and I was like kind of watching like a little movie in my head, and it's just like, this is what you do here, and then there's also this part of it, all those details, and then it's once you see that final product and you actually get to see what you've been working so hard with, and then the clients are going to be happy, and then they get to actually have an event, and you see it in, you know, working, and that just sounds so, I'm like in awe.
Yeah.
I mean, that's bathrooms, that's everything. Like, I think that if you're gonna, especially now, this is what I love. I mean, I'm sorry that COVID is here, but I think that people are spending more time in their homes, and they're understanding that this is your castle, and this is your vessel, and this is where your creative energy comes. This is where your love energy comes. This is where you have, you know, this family time. So I think the bathroom should be like a spa.
Yes.
It's about lighting. It's about like what kind of shower. I you know, sometimes I visit people and I'm like, this is what you wake up to. Like, you don't want no rusty shower head. Go to Home Depot. They're $12, $15, $40, $200. But you don't need that old rusty shower head that you get into the bathroom every morning. And sometimes you just get so used to it that you don't even realize it's there. I say open your eyes and look around and see what needs to be improved. And if you can't do it, my number is going to be listed.
Yes.
My email, my social media. We will change your life, Hunty. I ran out of tea.
It's because you were giving us so much.
Yeah. Listen, that's the first time. Okay.
She got to back up. We stay ready, so we never got to get ready.
That's right. Hey, for real. Yes. So that kind of goes, what the information that you gave today is really good, especially when you were talking about, you know, changing shower heads and things of that nature. So when we were speaking with Chris, the realtor that was on before you, and St. Pete, which is where I'm from as well, there's a shortage, of homes in that particular city. And however, there are a lot of homes like in what you would call target neighborhoods that are being gentrified. So you have like investment groups that come in and they purchase those homes and then they sell them. And by the time you know it, all of the housing prices have increased in communities that used to be affordable for us as a people. So I was thinking, do you think that it's a good idea for people to not just necessarily look at the houses that are already perfectly framed and already perfectly put together, and possibly look at those fixer-uppers, you know, in those target areas, that if you bring enough people into enough families back into those communities, it could do a lot of good, not only for the community, but for the family, because then you're not spending as much, like the $350,000 for a 2-bedroom or what have you. If you go in and you invest in a property that's $55,000 and it needs some work, and you can put the work in to rehab it, kind of like what you were saying, that might be a more advantageous.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, real estate has made a lot of people extremely wealthy. It is a insider's game sometimes. I think that real estate is one of the best investments you could make. I used to be in the stock market industry. I bought a lot of stocks. I lost, I won, I lost. But real estate is something that you could see, you could feel, you could touch. And, you know, we sometimes as African-American people think that renting is the way to go because we don't have to worry about fixing the toilets. We just make the phone call and the landlord come and fix it. But in the long run, I know people who have lived in the same apartment for 25 years.
Wow.
I mean, this happens to a lot of people, you know, live in New York and Massachusetts, wherever they live in the same place. You have made another family
rich.
Secure.
Yep.
Secure because you've paid that house in full. Their mortgage. They've been able to utilize that one house as equity.
Yep.
The one and another one. That house is, you know, going to eventually be worth more than what it was when they first bought it, and you paid for it for them. That's what real estate is. Real estate is you're meant to buy and either sell for a great profit or you hold on to it until it's worth more than what you feel like you ever would get out of it. So I think that, you know, they've made it difficult in a lot of ways. Of one, you have to have a great FICO score. Two, you have to have money in the bank. Three, you have to have good tax returns. And four, you have to, you know, be able to come up with that 3%, 5%, 10%, whatever it is for a down.
Yeah.
On your screen. Oh, there I am. So you can let me get my stuff in line and in order. A FICO score you need, you know, maybe 600. I don't know what it is right now, especially when you get these government loans. They have government loans now that we should be taking advantage of, where it's a 1% down or 3% down, which is not a lot of money. You pull from your credit cards now, but you have to be strategic of when you take the money out because you don't want to show high debt ratio. You need to sit with someone who understands these ideas. She's sipping the tea, honey.
Yes, honey, it's good. It's good.
I'm just checking off the boxes. What else do I need? What score do I need? What do I need to check? I'm good. Now is the time.
And you know, I'm a. If Melissa was still on here, she would tell you I am a credit guru. Like my FICO score at one point was 820. I always try to stay in the 800 range, for a lot of reasons. But there's a way that you guys have to know how to make sure that you pay your bills right before they report. You pay it all down. You let your score go up, and then you use the card. And then you use it until the next month. But there's a whole thing behind it. You just have to know what the game is. That's why I say when I went to college, when I was going to get my bachelor's, there are prerequisites, right? Before you could take this class, you have to take a prerequisite, right? That prerequisite was just really getting you prepared for that next one. If you take 2 prerequisites, you don't have to take this other one. You don't have to take that harder one. You just take these 2. That's what life is about. I feel like school and college and all this stuff really prepares you on how do you get through this if you don't want it. That's what the FICO score is. Get your score together. Then you apply for a credit card. But you have to have 2 years of living in one address, 2 years of a electricity bill or whatever, 2 years of a credit card in order for you to get that. 2 years is the key. Don't throw away anything. Don't move out of your apartment. Stay there so you have this 2 year, because 2 years means that you're stable. You know, it's like having friends. What's your oldest friend? I've had a friend for 25 years, 30 years. If you don't have any friends that can vouch for you, And you're not really a stable person. How am I going to loan you money if you can't even maintain a friendship for 2 years?
Right. Got you.
Y'all not
Got
peeping.
you.
Listen. Every time I sip this, that means ding, ding, ding. Something else just went off. Y'all got to pay attention to these gems. I'm telling you.
It's truly.
I need to use the Dawn to Dusk credit building. That's what I need to do.
Yeah, I mean, that's really what, in order to buy a house, you really have to have all of those things in line. You got to have your banking relationships, your credit relationships, your financial stuff intact, and then that tax return. And sometimes you have to pay the IRS in order to play the game.
Yeah.
You got to pay them because you can't say, oh, I only made this amount. Well, how are you going to buy a house?
Right. Exactly.
Where's that money come from?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's a catch-22. It's a catch-22. You're in it or you're not. You want to play the game or not? You can't play basketball with flip-flops.
Won't work. I've tried. It's a mess. Don't
Scuffing
do
up toes and all kinds of stuff.
A nice pedicure. It's just not a good look.
It's not a good look at all.
So you come to the game. You got to come to the game with all that stuff.
Yes, absolutely.
Did you have anything else that you wanted to add? I just wanted to make sure that we covered all of them, just to make sure that we got all that information. You already dropped so many gems. My tea is almost done, y'all. I have just a little bit. I'm saving it because I don't know if in the closing she's gonna be like, here's another secret tip that you can't find on Google. I'm gonna give you the lowdown, and then I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, but I have no more tea. So
look, she
okay. I think she's saying she ain't got nothing else for her. She about to wrap it up right now.
I'm done.
Oh my goodness, Dawn, before you leave, can you tell everyone about Dawn to Dusk so that they know what all services you offer?
Okay, well, Dawn to Dusk was my agency that I opened in, I don't even remember what year, but Dawn to Dusk was the agency that I represented hair, makeup, wardrobe, stylists, photographers, directors. Dawn to Dusk was put to bed, and I started Dawn Marie Haynes Incorporated because I had to brand myself. That company was known all over the industry, music, TV, film, all of that. Right. But I had to put it to bed because nobody knew they knew. But when I walked in the room, people didn't know I was Dawn to Dusk. So branding became something that happened in 2000 or 2010 or whatever. So I had to rebrand my company. So I named it after me. So it's Dawn Marie Haynes Incorporated. So Dawn Marie Haynes Incorporated, you could find me on Instagram, you could find me on LinkedIn, you could find me on Twitter, you could find me on Facebook, especially. I love my Facebook friends because they're like, they know me the best. I love
Facebook too.
Yeah. I'm on Clubhouse. I moderate rooms there. I talk about everything from manifestation to relationships to love to entrepreneurship to all of that. But I'm just living my best life, and I just really have to continue to just give back as much as I can. And everything that I do, I live with love in my heart, and I hope that I touch somebody, and I hope that I love that T.E. You guys,
yes. Miss Althea, she is always supported. Thank you.
There's so much more to come, and anytime you guys invite me, I'll be happy to show up. And like I say, I'd love to bring some of my other friends on. Maybe we could just talk about what behind the scenes of photo shoots, or we'll figure it out.
We got it. We got you. We're willing to bring, because I know that you're a genuine person, and we talk off camera, you know. And so listen, like I told you, I consider you as a big sister. So whoever you recommend to bring on the platform.
Yes, of course. I'm all the way there. I'm all the way there.
Yes. Okay, so guys, listen, if you want to reach Miss Dawn Marie Haynes and you want to contact her company, please call 310-363-3785. I hope y'all got y'all pen, because I tell y'all every week
I hope they have their checkbook too.
the pad and the pens ready, honey.
You can write it on your phone.
Because we giving you, take your phones out, get your phones, because she a millennial. See, I'm still talking about paper and pen. She talking about
I'm just saying, I would.
Right. Get your phones.
They know now. They know about me. They're like, oh, she young. She a millennial. She talking about the phone. We talking about a pen and paper.
Yes, listen.
Listen, I am not a millennial, and I use the phone and I use my computer. I don't use pen and paper.
Yes.
I'm happy to look. I am 56, but I love computer. I love.
You look good, Dawn. 56.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Then.
You would never know,
honey.
Just enough. What's left?
I am so happy to be alive, and I don't feel it. Look, I do so much. I ski. I snowmobile. I ride horses. I love my life. I'm so thankful.
Oh my gosh. And listen, I'm gonna come join you on some of these adventures you be
going
on.
Bring it.
I'm gonna have to come visit me and my girls and bring Brittany with me.
Don't forget,
we're gonna have to just go on in.
Brittany.
I'll clear the schedule. All y'all gotta do is just tell me what day. I'll block it out. I'll tell I can't do anything. I'm gonna be living my best life with Miss Dawn.
Listen, we gotta get with her schedule though. She the busy one.
Brittany, Dawn, the busy one. I love my Android. I got an iPhone about 4 or 5 months ago, and that thing drives me nuts. I got the new iPhone. I'm an Android person. I could do my Android in my sleep, but this thing right here drives me crazy.
Yes. Wait, Cheryl Thomas said, right up my lane, want to skydive, she says.
Okay.
I'm in skydive. This year I'm skydiving. I'm doing everything.
I'll join you guys to the launching point. I will support you on your way off. I just jumping out. I won't even join. I'll join you on the ground.
No, you got to do it. You got to do everything once in your life.
Oh my gosh.
You cannot go out. You cannot be like, I never did that. No, you have to try everything. That's what life is about. You can't be scared.
Cheryl said yes. Yeah, I guess you got to take the limits off. Take the limits off. Take the limits off. Yes, but for real, I'm going to have to get with you, find out what your schedule is so I can go and come out there. I've never been to California at all, so that would be something new for me.
California is beautiful, but you got to go to the right places. You can't come to California and get a hotel by the airport. When people do that, I'm like, you did what? You stay at the airport. You got to go out by the beaches, maybe go to San Diego, go to Sausalito, go out to, Laguna. You got to go to Santa Barbara. You got to definitely go to Palm Springs.
Yeah, we coming to your house. I hope you got enough room. You see how I just invited myself?
Well, you got and the only way you can get to my house is by skydiving.
Oh, she probably has the launch pad on the top of the house. We just go. Okay. She put an X up there when she was marking up the place. That's how we're gonna know.
So skydive right on into the living room.
Oh my God. Well, I might have to do that then, because I do spend time with you. I do. So, guys, listen. The way to reach Dawn Marie Haynes Inc. is 310-363-3785. Okay, y'all make sure.
Make sure you have the checkbook. The checkbook.
Okay. Because she do coins.
We're about our coin. We're trying to close the wealth gap. Without the money.
I paid my dues already. I paid my dues.
Yes, exactly. She's already been there, done that. And we already said we patronize and we close, like Brittany said, that black wealth gap. And you got to use your coins to do it.
That's right.
Yes.
Love it.
All
Well,
right.
thank you, ladies, so much. It's always incredibly exciting, and I feel like you guys are like family, and I can't wait to come out there. And I know y'all cook, so I'm ready to have some good
yes.
home
Yes.
cooking. Okay, wait. Do you guys make? Here's some things that I love. I love cornbread dressing.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's a simple thing, but not everybody can make that. Not everybody makes
We just
hot
said
water.
I do. I make it all.
I won't be in the kitchen. I'll be sous chef. I will be accompanying her. I will help her with whatever she needs. I will get the ingredients. And then when it comes to the actual cooking portion, I will stand just like a soldier right next to her. And
I love that. Wait,
good.
what's your specialty though? What's your specialty?
My specialty, I'm from the Caribbean, so I'm like curry crab legs and curry chicken.
That's what I want.
I got you there. If you want some curry chicken and red rice, I got you.
Yeah. Okay. And moms, what you do? What you make?
Oh, I make everything. I don't think that there's anything that I don't know how to cook.
All right.
My grandmother trained me. My grandmother, my mother made sure. I told you, my mom had me in the kitchen. I probably was like 7. I want to say, cooking full breakfast. Yes.
Wow.
So I cook.
Right,
I do it all.
I'm there. I'm gonna let you guys know when I'm coming through. I'm looking at buying an RV this year, so yes, I'm buying an RV because I'm ready to travel and just pull up and build people's homes wherever they are.
That would be amazing.
Coming to them with the camera crew. We're gonna pull up and we're gonna do the houses. So maybe there's something in your hometown I'll be building soon.
Y'all heard that on T-Shirts and Tea Tuesdays, honey. Caravan. We're gonna have to do a caravan style. We're gonna have to follow you.
Okay, I would love that.
Caravan.
I'm looking for a camera crew to come with me for these RV trips. But thank you so much. I'm hungry now that you guys have been talking. I'm so hungry now. I gotta go eat.
I know. All right. Thank you so much, Dawn. I will be in touch with you.
All right. Thank you guys. Have a beautiful, blessed evening.
Thank you. Good night. Guys, we hope that you all enjoyed that interview.
I know I did. I enjoyed every last bit of it. I enjoyed the information. I enjoyed my tea, which is pretty much done. You guys, this is why you have to tune in. You have to be present. We're trying to close that wealth gap, and we can't do that if we don't have our entire team here, because we need the entire tribe, everybody working together so that we can reach that ultimate goal.
Absolutely. And we're doing it. We're doing it. And we're going to be doing it even better. Okay. Because we have some great stuff coming up for you guys. This is season 3. Season 3 of both T-Shirts and Tea Tuesdays and Bimp on the Spot with Brittany.
Woo, woo.
Yes. So we are so appreciative of you guys being on board with us, watching the show. We ask that you would just continue to share our platform with your family and friends, on your news feeds, on your social media. Talk about the show to your family and friends. What we're doing right here, guys. Dawn she didn't get paid to come onto this platform to give you guys, to spill all of this tantalizing, effervescent acumen. She didn't get paid for that. And we don't get paid. Brittany doesn't get paid. We do this because we believe so strongly that this is our time as a people to come up, to start those businesses, whatever it is that you're in. We want to feed you information that's going to empower you when it comes time to make decisions for your life and the lives of your family. So building wealth and closing the Black wealth gap.
Y'all, the right now the information is free. Everything is free right now. You don't want to be left in the dust once the price goes up and you missed out on all of this free information. Yes, it's gonna be too late by then. So you need to make sure that you're following, you're subscribing, you're turning on your post notifications, you're sharing, you're liking, you're commenting. Did I say? Are you gonna comment?
Oh yeah, commenting. I forgot to say that.
See, Miss
That
Cheryl
part.
knows it. She said it is our time.
Yes.
So y'all need to make sure that y'all hop on this train because
Hey.
you don't want to get left in the dust when we choo-choo, chugga away. Okay. Y'all ain't ready for it.
Y'all not ready. Listen, we have some great stuff coming up in October for you guys. So I'm just telling you to get your coins ready. Make sure your purses and your wallets are ready, because when it comes time for us to drop this announcement,
you don't want to miss it.
You don't want to miss it. In the meantime, in between time, the t-shirt that we're wearing this evening is our BIMP t-shirts. We need to start giving out some of these too. Don't you think so, Brittany?
I mean, I don't like to share, but just for some of our followers that have really been supporting us, we recognize you guys. Althea Weller is someone that is always on. Yep. She constantly comments and engages. She shares our information. Yeah. For those of you that are really supporting us and really are a part of our tribe and our family here at BEMPCO, look out. You might be able to get to rock one of these.
Hey. And then the tea that we're drinking is still my Hella tea. It's called Hella tea. That's the real name of it. The watermelon flavor. I've just used the last little bit tonight, and it was delicious down to the last drop. It was good. So with all of that being said, guys, look out for our promotions and marketing material for our next week's show, and make sure that you tune in this Thursday evening
for BAMP on the spot with me, Brittany Lawrence. Make sure you guys are there. I'll be there.
Yes. 6:30 p.m. Eastern Distance Time, just in case you guys don't know, that's Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. With that being said, we want to thank you for tuning in tonight, and we will see you on Thursday
with me. I'm gonna be watching, so if you're not there, I'm gonna know. I don't want to. So make sure you guys are there.
Yes.